We have breaking news, and it involves trade rumors involving Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors. Now, I've been hearing all kinds of rumblings about a potential Siakam trade for over a year now, it seems like, and this is one of those things that is just not going away. Now, we have an article from Michael Grange, who works for Sportsnet in Canada, and Home on the Grange just dropped an article with the headline, "Separation Between Raptors and Siakam Widening." Now, I'm no NBA general manager, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn last night, and that headline is not good. Grange mentions in the article that it was a little weird that Pascal Siakam has been MIA during the Raptors Summer League games in Las Vegas. Normally, this is a time when pretty much every other team will have veterans come cheer on their rookie teammates or show support for the guys trying to make the roster. But while other Raptors have been at these Summer League games, Pascal Siakam has been absent. And that's kind of awkward when you're one of the faces of the team and one of the longest tenured players in Toronto. And per league sources, the Raptors continue to listen to trade offers and are gauging Siakam's value around the league. And with Pascal coming off a season where he averaged 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, all while entering the last year of his contract, Masai Ujiri and the Raptors could see this as the perfect time to sell high on Siakam and turn the team over to up-and-coming stars OG Anunoby and Scotty Barnes. So in today's video, I'm breaking down the best Pascal Siakam trades out there, and I'll tell you what I would do. Drop your own Siakam trades in the comments, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for some super fun NBA content. One team that's apparently hot for Pascal is the Indiana Pacers, and they have the assets to get a Siakam trade done. Masai Ujiri, of course, is going to try and squeeze all that he can from another team, but I think a deal of Siakam for Buddy Hield, Daniel Tice, Benedict Mathurin, and Nembhard would be amazing for Toronto. Pretty good trade for Indiana too, even though trading both Mathurin and Nembhard would be tough for the Pacers to do, but I think that's what would have to get done. So in this case, Siakam joins Tyrese Halliburton, newly signed Bruce Brown, rookie stud Jarris Walker, and Miles Turner as a really strong starting five in Indiana. That's easily a playoff team. And then you'll still have Obi Toppin, aka Obi-Wan Topnobi, TJ McConnell, Aaron Nesmith, rookie Ben Shepherd, and some more bench pieces. Toronto's roster is really fantastic and balanced after this trade. Nembhard showed last year in his first with the Pacers that he can be a starter in this league. He and Benedict Mathurin would make up your all-Canadian backcourt. Then you have OG Barnes and Jakob Poeltl rounding out your starters. Add to that Buddy Hield, Grady Dick, Dennis Schroeder, and whatever you get in a separate Gary Trent trade coming off the bench, another solid team. I'm also thinking the Hawks could be in the mix for a Pascal Siakam trade. I like this as a one-for-one trade of Pascal and Trae Young. The Hawks just re-signed DeJounte Murray to an extension, so he can be their starting point guard from here on out. With this trade, they continue to reshape their roster after trading John Collins earlier this summer. Murray, Kobe Buffkin, DeAndre Hunter, Pascal, and Clint Capella make up the starters. Then off the bench, you've got Bogdanovich, AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson, and Onyeka Okongwu. The Raptors get the best point guard they've had since Kyle Lowry with this trade in Trae Young. And I know he has defensive issues, but when you've got OG, Barnes, Poeltl, guys like that on the team, it's not as big of a deal. The playmaking that Trae adds would take the Raptors to another level. And you know what? Isn't it funny how the Golden State Warriors always seem to insert themselves into these types of trade conversations? I don't really see much that could get done for a Warriors-Raptors trade, but maybe Siakam for Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, and Jonathan Kuminga. The Raptors would get two defensive-minded players and a young prospect in Kuminga. Masai Ujiri has always seemed enamored with him for whatever reason, so maybe he could thrive with a change of scenery in Toronto. Siakam would need to play a lot of three in this trade to the Warriors, but the Warriors' offense is creative enough to maximize his strengths. Then you've got a new crunch time lineup of CP3, Steph, Clay, Siakam, and Draymond. Pretty strong at every position on the court, and maybe that extends the Warriors' championship hopes another season. And I literally just thought of this one. Let's trade one unhappy star for another. Siakam to the Sixers for James Harden and Jaden Springer. Similar to the Trae Young Atlanta trade, this gives the Raptors a superb playmaker and experienced vet in James Harden. And I think Harden would take the Raptors offense to another level and would help the young guys too. For the bad rap that he gets among media and fans, Harden has always had good relationships with teammates and is a respected locker room guy. Jaden Springer is a former first-round pick. He might get a better shot on a different team, and I think Siakam on the Sixers would fit like a glove next to reigning MVP Joel Embiid. And speaking of unhappy stars, I know Dame wants to go to Miami, but I've always thought of Toronto as the South Beach of Canada, you know what I mean? In this trade, Dame goes to Toronto, and the Blazers receive Pascal Siakam and Thad Young. Dame would instantly be a legend in Toronto, maybe even more so than in Portland. He'd be incredible there. The Blazers would have Pascal Siakam and Jeremy Grant in the front court, and this becomes Scoot Henderson's team. Add in Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe, and Matisse Thybulle. That's a fantastic squad. And lastly, if the Thunder want to jumpstart their rebuild even more, then maybe Pascal Siakam is the guy. They could trade a load of expiring contracts and young players to get him. And I think there's lots of options here, but the best one I can come up with is Siakam for defensive ace Lou Dort, Victor Oladipo to make the salaries work, new rookie point guard Cason Wallace, and then you've got the potential of Alexei Pokusevski too. And hey, let's throw in a couple first-round picks because the Thunder have a ridiculous amount. So Siakam gives the Thunder an all-star to put with SGA, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. Wallace was just a top 10 pick, and he could end up being a Tyrese Maxey level talent for the Raptors. And if they develop Poku a little more and hit on those draft picks, this is a win-win trade. Guys, I need you to tell me your favorite trade in the comments, or if you have a killer Pascal Siakam deal, drop it down below. My favorite out of all of these is the Hawks trade. I think it helps both teams, and it really balances out the rosters to maximize the talent. Hey, since you've watched this far, show some love by leaving a like on today's video and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my NBA content. I do several videos a week and would appreciate your help in growing the channel. So until next time, this is Troy with the Half Court Report. Have a great day.